welcome to the Business Hub.
Started at
Hello, how you all doing? My name is Ukela Prince, and I'm glad to welcome you to the show today. I am pleased, and I'm sure that it's a beautiful day. So I believe beautiful things are happening all around you. Okay, it's a unique day, and I know that for such a time as this, the finance is one area in our life that we need to pay attention to. And I have a financial expert and professional with me today in the studio. I'm sure that this series that we are beginning today will bring a lot of enlightenment. It's going to bring a lot of enrichment, like I would love to call it, in our finances, and make sure that ignorance is actually taken out of the way, and we have a beautiful future. So, I have with me today a licensed financial professional for over 25 years in the financial service industry. He's been helping families and organizations with financial education and solutions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have with me Mr. Israel Iyamo.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Oh, great.
Yeah, you're always looking good, and you're looking younger every day, right?
Yeah, we try to keep up. Looking good is good business.
That's plenty of money.
Sure.
Oh my goodness me. So nice having you on the studio. So yeah, I believe our viewers want to meet you, they want to know you. There are a few things possibly I have not have said about you. So let's meet Mr. Iyamo.
Well, you said some part of it, and maybe I will just break down. I've been in industry for about 25 years now. I started from core banking, banking services, cashiering, tellering, and all that. Back then in First Bank, started with First Bank. It's a young banker. I did all that, so I understand the core banking. I gradually moved up the ladder, become a manager, holding branches, making profit from branches, and helping people generally on the banking space. I also assisted in credit financing, securities and all that. So these are what I've done throughout the years. But coming to Canada, it's a different ball game. I looked at it. Should I go and start all over again when I've got into certain heights? But luck found me. I happened to meet a friend who introduced me to a particular workshop, and after then, I started asking what next. So that's how I find myself into the financial service industry in Canada, especially as a licensed professional, where we deal with insurance, investment, will administration, debt management, and a whole lot portfolio, even mortgage referrals. The good thing about that is because coming from the banking sector and coming into this aspect of finances, I saw that there's a very big difference, huge difference. In the other one, I was just helping my bank to grow, building business for my bank. But I was not actually impacting families. Yeah, because when something happens in the community, the best thing we can do is to, go and get X, Y, Z. We can't really, advise you on actually what to do. And same thing back in Canada. The bank here in Canada, they just, when you come in, the next thing they do is to open your account, give you credit card, a line of credit. So what I see is that we just encourage the borrowing appetite of a lot of people.
That's one area we want you to actually delve into a little bit.
Okay.
That credit card area, lest I forget.
Yeah.
But so for how long have you been in the financial industry sector right here in Canada? How long have you been?
Over 4 years now, going to 5 years.
Awesome. So I know, like you said, over in Africa, you were more in the banking aspect.
Yes, fully the banking.
So what's the major difference now?
Yeah, the difference, yes. So just like you said, let me go into, I saw it clearly that, what I was doing back then is awesome, but, from my heart of heart, I knew I'm only interested in your deposits and how to give you loan and all that. Yes, there are good debts, no doubt. But impacting families and individuals, especially businesses too, that wasn't the priority. Because what I'm seeing now, what I'm doing and what I was doing then, is that you see what the banks are doing. The next thing they give you credit card. They even give very young people credit card without educating them how to use this credit card. The next thing is line of credit. So your borrowing appetite, your debt appetite is constantly fueled. You know, you are growing that appetite to borrow, whereas nobody is teaching you on how to invest or protect your money or build your wealth. None of that. And you know, in our schools, things that have to do with financial education is not taught in schools. So where else can you get that? Is it from the home? And I mean, the schooling system is not also designed to do that. Just of recent, because of the advocacy we have been pushing, I think the Ontario government and one other provinces, they are trying to start that financial foundation as low as grade 10. So because, you know, a lot of people go into those kind of debts and they can't go out of it.
That's right.
They are struggling. And the bank, they are happy if you are in debt because you pay a lot of money in terms of interest rate.
That's right.
Nobody's telling you how to build your wealth. So when I look at it from the angle I was before and now, what I'm saying, I know that a lot of people need to be informed on various areas and how to build their financial wealth.
Costello, so how have you been going about this?
Yes, sometimes I organize a lot of workshops in person and online. Consistently, we've been doing that for the past 2-3 years. Because when I look at the demographics, the black racialized community, especially the immigrants, we are very ignorant. We work so hard, but most of the time it's like we are working for the financial institutions.
Right.
And people do not understand how to build their financial foundation. And that's a total different topic altogether.
That's right.
That's a totally different topic altogether. And maybe we'll get to that financial foundation, we'll break it down.
That's right.
So that's one major thing that I've seen, and a lot of families are in serious debt. I mean, statistics shows that 31% of Canadians cannot really keep up with their monthly expenses.
That's right.
Over half of Canadians say that they are $200 away from being broke. Meanwhile, another aspect of those about 55 years to 64 years, they don't have access to government pension. And the median of their total savings for retirement is about $3,000. So how do you want that person to retire? So when you see some of those people retiring and they are going back to work, it's a function of some of these things. So the earlier we start, the better.
Now, you might not need to, go deep into it, So as we continue in the other episodes, so I believe it's one of the things we need to address more. And I'm looking at the system makes it in such a way that if you just need the credit card, but must I?
Yeah, I mean, this is credit.
Now, someone who comes from Africa, for example, you're coming to a system. In Africa, it's difficult to run with the credit card system, right?
Yeah.
So, from these two backgrounds, what do you think? What is your advice on this? I know we actually have to later on possibly talk about this properly, but in just a few words on that.
Okay, well, I guess what you're asking is it possible not to have a credit card, or how do you do wrong without a credit card?
It has its advantages.
Yes,
right.
Of course. Yes, I can list the disadvantages.
So, looking at the advantages and the disadvantages, someone came in and said, it was like, why are you forcing me to have this? I can buy this without, the credit card. So you have to use the credit card. So there's the system. I'm not too into the financial stuff, so you are the expert here. So I believe you understand what I'm trying to say.
Okay, yeah, I get you clearly. Yes, we are in a credit system, right?
Yes.
And most times you are rated on your credit performance. I will tell you a little story. When I came into Canada, initially I was in Quebec. I know back then, as and where I'm coming from, Nigeria. I mean, I was a credit officer too myself, but I need to ask some very pertinent questions. I mean, when they said I have access, I know consumer finance in the bank. Then you have some process you follow. There are some certain people in the institution that will sign and not that. It's a little bit tight, right?
That's right.
But at the end of the day, they give you. And we usually use the credit ratio to ascertain if you are qualified or
So
not.
much sweat.
Yeah, with so much sweat. So, so sometimes some banks made it a little bit, especially those consumer banks, like those bigger ones that are more of mass market and all that. So but coming here, I mean, immediately you open your account, somebody's telling you. My wife was even scared to take a credit card. But I said, no, yeah, I've read I get a picture of what is happening. So there are good credit and there are bad credit. So if you are given a credit card, use it just to build your credit history.
See, there is good
And bad credit.
and bad credit.
Yes.
Hold it there. So, so in subsequent episodes, you will tell us about this good and bad.
Sure.
credit. Now, but before we round off right now, you talked about the building black wealth. So, what is building black wealth all about? Maybe in 1 minute or so. Let's see how we can help.
Yeah, so I just read out the statistics, right, of what is happening in Canada. I can also talk about the America, where we are in North America. So,
North America, yeah.
yeah, so in that statistics, the people that are most affected are people in our community. One, because of ignorance. Two, there's no financial base. Three, I mean, they came into somewhere and they have access to things like this. Oh, some get up to 10 credit cards. You know, everywhere they go, I mean, you see that they're just flashing it. If you have there's a deal on this, you know, so, and once you can monitor that credit card, there's a tendency you build debts, and they will tell you pay the minimum. That's where the bad debt comes in. When you pay the minimum, they are charging you 29% on the outstanding. You understand? They are charging. So for our black people, we need our financial information. Let us understand how this system works. Where we are coming from is totally different system.
Thank you, Mr. Israel Eyamo. So viewers, that will be our show for today. I'm telling you, he's coming back. So it's a series, and I'm sure you don't want to miss any one of these at all, because so much illumination will be taking place here. All right, nice having you on.
Thank you very much.
See you guys.
Hello.
Cheers.
Welcome to the
It started at